Hi everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Stampin' Sue Creates here. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I'm here to share some alternative projects from this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit. And I have my box all decorated. If you want to see how I did this, you want to go back and watch the video for this. I also have an unboxing video, and I have one that creates the cards that are suggested by Stampin' Up! So this is the August 2021 Hope Box. Isn't that pretty? And all the supplies are inside to make 9 different cards. I believe there were 9. And also materials. All these materials were also included in the box to decorate it. And it's just like a big belly band. So it just slides off. But it's a way to decorate your box if you wanted to give it as a gift. You can go ahead and create the cards and make a beautiful gift. Or if you just needed a gift for someone, you can go ahead and put inside whatever it is you would like to give them. Or it was basically intended to be a hope box where you put inside here things that kind of make you happy. Whatever it is it a certain picture, a brochure, a card from someone, maybe a little treat. And then when you're kind of feeling down and you're kind of feeling, you know, like you need a little pick-me-up, you just pull out your box and you open it up and you go through all of those things that brought you happiness and joy, and it just kind of lifts your spirits. So what I did was I took the materials given in the kit and some other things that I had kind of left over laying around. You know, we all have that scrap bin, and created all of these cards. Yeah, lots of cards. So it was intending to do 9, but I cut up the envelopes. I just used everything that I had in the kit. I think maybe I only have a couple tags left, and of course I have the Stampin' Spot and the stamp set to continue to make even more projects now that the kit has been used up. So I thought I would go through some of the cards. Let me just make sure I'm in a picture here. I need to put like a piece of tape or something to how about we do this? How about I put a hand sanitizer there, and no, right here, that's the center, and I have to be there because the camera's up there. I'm down here and I can't see what you see, so I want to make sure you can see everything. So let's go ahead and take a look through the cards. Now this was one that was suggested by Stampin' Up! Real pretty. Always hope, because you never know what tomorrow will bring. Isn't that perfect? And here's another one. Where there is hope, there is faith. And then there was another one, and I'm not sure which one it was in this pile, but I need thank you cards. So I'm going to start sending out lots of thank you cards. So if you place an order with me, you may receive one of these thank you cards. You just never know. Or you may receive a different thank you card. But anyone that places an order with me through my online store at StampinSueCreates.Stampin.net, you do receive, if you use my host code and $35 in product, you will receive a PDF tutorial of 15 different projects that you can create at home, step-by-step, pictures, everything you need. That changes every single month. And for the month of August and September 2021, if you place an online order through StampinSueCreates.Stampinup.net of $50 or more in product and use the host code, you will be entered to win a mini stamp emboss machine. That's right, it embosses and it die cuts, and it's the perfect size to keep on your desk. So I will be awarding that prize my first Facebook Live the first Thursday in October. So you want to be there to make sure you see if you were the winner. It will be shipped directly to you from Stampin' Up! I've also included an additional, what is for demonstrators only, lunch bag, which you can use as a lunch bag, or it fits the stamp emboss machine perfectly, that you can keep everything inside and keep it all well organized, and that will be shipped directly from me. So it's a great time to place an order, and I just want to appreciate everyone that has placed orders, and I'm excited to give that away So if you aren't following me on Facebook, I'm at Stampin' Sue Creates. I do a Facebook Live just about every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I want to say every Thursday. This past Thursday I didn't. I had a convention. I lost the word, to attend for leaders, so I didn't do my Facebook Live this past week. But majority of the time, I'm there no matter what. Birthdays, holidays, well, maybe not holidays. Anyhow, let's go on with some of the cards that I created. Maybe this will inspire you if you receive this kit, or maybe you have supplies at home and you just like the layout design. So these are all going to be thank you cards, and I use a variety of the products that were in the kit. So here was one of the cards. Now this piece behind here is a die cut, not in the kit, but it was in my stash from the artistic, oh gosh, I should have written it down. Artfully something. It's a die cut. I will put it down below in the comments when I type them in. Let me just grab a cup of something to drink here. I just get so parched when I'm talking too much. So I don't know, am I talking too much? Anyhow, this little tag here was actually this hope tag, and I turned it over. Okay, turned it over, and I used my blending brushes and stamped on it a little thanks. And inside they're all blank, because what I will do when I send them to you as your thank you gift, I will put a post-it note inside and write on the post-it note so that you can repurpose and send these cards to someone that you would like to send to. Okay, here's another one. Using components in the kit, and again, you're going to see these die cuts a lot because I had a bunch of them, and I colored them in. They were done with our basic white. Colored them in with my Stampin' brushes, blending sponges. I don't know what you call them, but you know what I mean. And just use some of the tags. Again, all of these tags, I turned them over because they were all different languages, and I needed all thank you cards. So real pretty. Here's another one. I used more of the die cuts. Artistically Impressions, I think is what it's called. This is another one of the dies from that, and it's a huge die. It's kind of hidden underneath everything. And then these beautiful butterflies, I sponged those as well with the Stampin', what do I want to call them? They're Stampin' blends. No, Stampin' brushes. I don't know what they are, but you know, they're by Stampin' Up, and they're like real soft brushes. Let me show you. This is what they are. These little brushes, and they almost look like they're a sponge, but they're not. They're a brush. So that's what I use to color them in, and I have different colors, different brushes for every color. Okay. All right, let's move on. Here's another one. Now this die cut in the background was a die cut that was included in the kit. Here you can see it on the originally planned card. So they gave you 3 of those. So I left those as is, and that's what gave me the idea to go ahead and use the blending brushes on the other dies. So real pretty, just the thanks. And here's another one. This one I believe is the one that they suggested in the kit, but of course, you know, I added a few butterflies, the tag, and the background was already stamped like that, so you didn't have to do that. And I love the sequins. Everyone has sequins because I believe everything needs a bling, and they have adhesive already on the back. So here I incorporated the envelopes. So I figured I got plenty of envelopes, right? So I took the envelopes and I cut them all up. And you're going to see them throughout all the different cards. So this background piece was an envelope. This little strip was an envelope. And this was one of the little circles that came with it. I added some ink to that as well. So this whole background was the envelope. And I think that came out pretty. And again, just pulling in some of my cardstock I already had on hand. Here's another one using the envelope. There are 3 different types of envelopes to go with the 3 different types of cards, so you'll see that they're different. And I believe this is a retired product. Don't quote me, but it's the Blackberry Bliss organzy ribbon, and I just kind of tied a double bow there. And again, they're all basically laid out pretty much the same, with using some of the elements as the tag, and that's what gave me the idea to cut the tag out of this one here, because it came with these pre-cut underneath here, these pre-cut tabs. And again, some organdy ribbon, and another thanks. Use dimensionals to raise things up. I use glue dots to put the butterflies on. Another one of the pretty envelopes, and this one I used the card base that came in the kit. Very pretty. And here's another one. I incorporated lots of those envelopes because, like I said, you know, you can put it in any of our Stampin' Up! Envelopes, and why not incorporate them into your cards? Just a little strip of ribbon. This one I didn't put a bow on. I felt it had enough going on. So this one, I had stamped the envelope with the thank you, and then I put a thank you there and a thank you there. You just never can say enough thank yous for someone that does something special, such as ordering from your favorite demonstrator, being me. And most of the butterflies, I kind of kept them up a little bit. Now I know when they go through the mail, they're going to get smushed down, but when you get them, just floof them up a little bit. Kind of gives them a little bit of 3D dimension. And again, the strip here was the envelope cut up. And whenever I use a dark color cardstock for the base, I always like to put in a light color on the inside. And again, I can go back in and stamp on the inside. You can use the stamp set that came with your kit. But I mostly was wanting to show you how to decorate your outside. The inside is like a whole other piece of real estate that you can embellish with. So this one, I had a couple circles, sponged the center one. These are some of the die cuts that came with the kit. And again, envelopes punched out, cut out, and you name it. This was my last card, so I kind of was scrounging around for what to do with whatever was remaining. And here's another one, real pretty card. Again, incorporating the envelope, because why not, right? And a little bit of ribbon, a little zhoosh underneath there. Very pretty. And this one has two thank yous as well. And my final card is this one. This probably might be my favorite one. Now this is a tag that was included in with the kit to decorate for your envelope. And I thought, it was yellow. I'm just going to sponge that and stamp on it a little bit. And here's another one of those die cuts underneath that from the Artistically Impressions suite of products. And these little butterflies here, these 1, 2, 3 of those, they're included in your kit. So you can use those. That's what gave me the idea of using up these die cuts that I already had and just adding a little bit of color to them. Because you can see on the back they were white. And I just used those brushes to give them a little color. So that's it. Those are all my cards. I think they came out really nice. I can move my hand sanitizer now and spread them all out so I can take a photo. And I hope you've enjoyed them. I hope maybe this inspired you to grab those paper pumpkin kits that you haven't yet assembled. Pull out some of those extra cardstock and maybe die cuts that you have in your stash and turn them into magical cards. But don't just make the cards. Be sure to send them. And upcoming on October 2nd is World Card Making Day. You're going to want to join me over on my Facebook page. It's a Saturday, and I'm going to be having an event over there. It's absolutely free. And I'm going to be using some of our Memories and More card kits to create some really fun cards. And then the following week, we're going to touch base and make sure, now that you made all those cards, then you're going to send them out. And if you're not aware, I do have a monthly card swap, and everyone is invited to join, whether you're a demonstrator, a customer, someone that just stumbled upon me. We have a private Facebook group, and Mary is the designated person in charge of that group. She took that over for me because I just couldn't do it all. And she makes a certain topic for each month, and you sign up. And you only have to send one card that month, just one, but you do have the addresses of everyone in the whole kabang. And if you choose to send cards to everyone, that's your choice, but you're only required to send one, and then in return, you will receive one. So if you love making cards and maybe you don't have a whole lot of people to send them to, which I can't imagine that because they're great to donate. But come on over and send me a message and let me know you'd like to be a part of the monthly card swap. It's a great way to get ideas because in the end, when everyone receives their cards, they post a picture of it online, and it's a private group, so only those members can see. And it's a great way to get ideas, see what everyone else is stamping. And you know, it's always nice to receive something in the mail that doesn't have to be paid for, or is someone requesting some kind of silly thing. It's just something happy. We call it happy mail to get in your mailbox. So think about that and let me know. And don't forget, come on over Thursday, 7 p.m. on Stampin' Sue Creates on Facebook and join me where I'm live creating for you. Also check out my other events while you're on my Facebook page. I'm having an upcoming bingo, and I do classes and in person, online, you name it. So thanks so much for joining me. And if you're not yet a subscriber and you've enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that red subscribe box. Next to that is a notification bell that you can ring. You'll be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks so much and have a super Stampin' Day. We'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.